Hello everyone, I am OracleUnicorn and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest, put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Okay, well, I'll take those. And this is a weekly reading for Libra, by the way. Alright, be sure to check your moon, rising, and Venus signs as my videos do cross-connect with each other. Thank you so much. And I do personal readings, so if you would like a personal reading, there will be information in the description box about that. And if you would like to donate to my channel, the information for that will be in the description box as well. So yeah, let's get on to the reading. So the messages do we have for our dear friends Libra. 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 And I have an intro about all my cards in my description box in my channel, for my channel. Description for the channel. Because I did write on the back of these cards because it's the buffalo spirit and I don't have that card anymore. I gave it away as a gift along with the squirrel spirit too. And those came out in your reading. And if I'm led to look at the back on the other side of it, I will do that for you. Okay, Libra? All right. Wow. Okay, so you did get the horse spirit. Freedom is yours. And you did get watch your words, okay? Watch your words. Speech can either cut or uplift. And I feel that you're freeing yourself from ways of communication that cut you down and are really being able to see certain ways of communication that specific people have that are more uplifting, more collaborative and healing for not just you, but for the other person as well. Okay, kind of like being on the same vibration with someone pretty much. But you're really, to also be you don't have to be overly aware of it, but what it's asking me to say is, if you have been around those people that are very cutting with their speech and how they talk, how they are communicatively, they're more cutting people, kind of cutting people down. You can pick up those habits and not realize it. So some people, I'm seeing that as in to free yourself from that kind of communication or communicating with other people in that kind of way, to kind of like check yourself every time you go to communicate with someone in a conversation. I'm feeling that it happens in a conversation, that you may be trying to be, or some that I feel from this are being playful or kind of like joking in a way, but it's more cutting towards the other person than it is uplifting. And in result, especially if you're an empath, it gets emotionally cutting towards you and you may not realize it. So it's either freeing yourself from that and that kind of like bad habit and being able to come into an understand or a seeing, being able to see it now for its truth, basically. You're going to be becoming more aware of that. You're going to free yourself from it. Okay. For those, it's someone you're around. For those that like kind of like hit home on that, it's someone you're around or a group you're around that's cutting and not very emotionally healthy for you. And this and that is true, by the way. when it comes to your feelings, your intuition, how you felt about that. This and that is true. Or for those that's doing the cutting, how you felt about like what you said, and maybe kind of like shrugging off, thinking, "Oh, it was just a joke." This and that about that may be true, but that doesn't make it nice to say. Or if you felt it may be something that maybe they need to work on, I guess maybe talk to them about it in their own time and be very like, wouldn't be so like, I wouldn't be cutting with it. I'd be like nurturing maybe in it, because you don't know if you may be talking to a water sign that's going to take it very sensitive. Okay, you never know. I'm just saying. And because you do also have time for a beginner mind, which nothing is wasted in the hidden aspect of tending to the smaller things, like something like that, and to surrender it now, because it is going to help you to move into calmer waters and sweet results await within it. Okay. And I feel that is the beginner mind aspect, and only in that perspective for you. Okay. There may be something else that really hits home with you on that. And if that's so, if it is something else of that you are beginning something new and you have a beginner's mind about it, um, be well aware of sneaky like energy. It is upside down, but it can sneak into its own premises within what you are at a beginner mind about, and it can cause some taintiveness into it, but just be more aware about it, and you're moving into calmer waters anyway. And it is like kind of like hidden knowledge about it, but tend to the smaller things around it and it will be fine. um, the abundant universe will provide, so definitely be as and set healthy boundaries about this. Okay, set very healthy boundaries about this. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Okay, especially when it comes to, watch your words, or speech can either be cutting or uplifting and freeing yourself. So having those two cards right next to each other as your overall energy line, that just kind of pushes this more. Believe in yourself, and it's time for collaboration. I feel with those that are going to really push more of this healthy boundaries for you, and behind the buffalo, watch and have trust and stay dedicated to yourself and how you feel in this with this direction about it. Don't let anyone talk you out of it just because they want to make you feel bad about what makes you want to go in that kind of direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Nine of Cups. Holy cow. So Libra, you got the Nine of Cups. You are walking into your emotional fulfillment. Okay. Now this can be like tending to the small things kind of emotional fulfillment, coming into a realization of really being able to believe in yourself and being able to tend to the smaller things, to know that you're bringing in your own 10 of Cups. Okay, you're like right there. This is why I feel you got watch and wait. The abundant universe is providing. Okay, keep your boundaries. They will help you. And yeah, you got a death coming. So usually for this is like going into a brand new situation, more harmonizing with your emotions because of this transition, moving into kind of like calmer waters. That's wow, Libra. That's actually really amazing. Courage. Have courage to go into this new beginning. Surrender into really being able to believe yourself and following your heart, your passion, your drive. What drives you? Will make you excited to just go and do. I mean, like like you want to get up and just go do that, and get ready to just go do whatever that is. It's like you're emotionally fulfilled while you're doing it. It may seem like work at times, or maybe seem like work to someone else, but you enjoy, you're doing it while you're doing it. And you're just enjoying it, you're just doing it. Yeah. I mean, like, hey, your commitment is being tested within it. There's a little bit of a different belief that I have in that. Okay. So, having the courage to go through that doorway of your new beginnings, okay? Yeah, I know this is like horrible, but time to take a breath out. Allow yourself to relax and flow into the flow and just tend into the small things that is bringing the bigger picture fold into itself for you, okay? And surrender into the enlightenment that you have illuminated within you, that you can feel the direction that you know you're supposed to be going at that specific time. Tend to those things that you're doing right then and there at that specific time and be aware of it. Because you never know, like maybe when it comes to being around kids or being around a family function, like even though I had like a little bit of a rocky emotional visit, the visit, watching it from a third perspective, basically third person perspective, kind of taking myself like out of the family equation and watching it, because I've never seen a family dynamic and how they do things and how they work when it comes to literally being financially like all the way together and have their mom and dad together too since they were born. And my cousin's 10 now. So like watching and seeing the way maybe the kid reacts, or what the kid does, or how the respect, the level of respect that is given upon each family member within the household. See how it's like, I really like playing puzzle games when it comes to life. And that's what really opened a lot of my perspective to a lot of different things. But even though I went that far, I went that deep, because it brings a lot of wisdom, it really does. You don't necessarily have to do that to get to your fulfillment. Some, it may be enjoying that time and watching it and being it out, it like in within the family. But for me, it wasn't. The energy wasn't like that with me. It was like the energy kind of like had me in the outskirts. So it was like interesting how I was able to observe it on a whole different level. And be bold to make the first move. Watch and wait, be bold to make the first move. Sometimes I feel this one, it's like when it comes to connecting with family that don't really know how to kind of connect with you, being bold and making the first move, like saying, "Oh, Merry Christmas," or "I love you," or giving them a hug when you get there, or giving them a hug when you leave. Because in that kind of perspective and level, I see how it's actually like a test on my part in being a family member. It's like, are you going to come to me you don't give me love? And that's just like, yes, because I'm loving that way. I walk a very harmonizing road that way, and that's what I want to represent. That's what I want to present. That's what I am, and that is what I want to be here to do. Not that I have to be here to do, because I don't have to do anything. I want to be here to do this. I want to be here to do that. I wanted to be there to go say hi to my family, or I would have never left the house. So yes, I'm going to walk to you, come to you, and hug you. Even though I feel a little outcast, but I will come to you and give you a hug and let you know that I still love you and I have no resentment. It's kind of those little twists that I see kind of life plays on you a little bit, because that is the way they are, and that's accepting differences. I really think, didn't you get that card? I pulled out some of these. Yeah, these moon cards. No, it was in the last reading, I think. I don't remember that being in the last reading. But your new start is coming over all of this. It may be with a water sign because of having this King of Vessels there, but for some of you, and sorry to have like went on a track towards one thing and then jumped into another track because I kind of lost where those tracks were going, so I turned into another one just so I'm not sitting there thinking forever just to finish that track. And usually I'll come back and finish that track anyway. Or it's some of you, it is you balancing, learning how to balance your emotions in a very healthy, harmonizing way to decipher what it is that would be of a perfect balance in your emotions and how to handle it, where your boundaries go to keep that balance too. I mean, like knowing where your boundary goes, creating and envisioning what that is, how it looks like, how, you need people, or maybe like not people, sometimes need people to kind of treat you, and you work with it and you stay committed and within yourself through these obstacles, because it says your commitment is being tested, and this is one of the ones that's like, I don't really know about that, because I don't feel like you're being tested. I feel as if you're being shaped and feeling your way through into your own literal like Nine of Vessels fulfillment, because this is definitely connected to this, and to breathe through it, to like not, you don't have to feel stressed. Like I didn't have to feel overwhelmingly stressed that I had to go hug everyone. It was just like, you know what, it's an extension of love, At least I felt that kind of love. At least that is fair, At least I know in myself that I am willing to go and do that instead of be kind of shot or kind of like enclosed into myself. Kind of like I actually used to be like this, really enclosed in with myself and wear some of the scariest things. So I see where my family is coming from. I used to wear some scary things. The kids at the apartment complex, it was like a whole, almost neighborhood. It was almost like a neighborhood of apartment complexes. And all like the elementary kids called me Scary Mary when I was in high school. So I was just like, okay. I know. But what I do now still scares you, so I don't wear scary things anymore. Okay, so, okay. And your personal issues within this leveling of emotions, okay, and your intellect, especially with you being air signs, like the leveling of your intellect and emotions, it gets kind of hard, but all of it is reaching a resolution, okay, and the blue moon is coming, so a fiery climax of something approaches, and to believe in the impossible of something coming in for you, creating a new beginning, asking you to feel your way through into this direction, and you're listening to your intuition and envision and create into your new beginnings that are opening up for you, the sweet results that are awaiting for you, showing you that all your hard work was not wasted. Okay, Libras. I think that is all I have for you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Subscribing greatly improves the channel. Once I get 1,000, I'll be able to go live on my phone and not use someone else's computer. So thank you so much for all your subscriptions. And don't forget to share on social media. You never know who will see this in your feed, and that it really may be able to help them when it comes to their situation or downloads that they may be getting or questions that they may have. So thank you so much. And if you would like a personal reading with me, the information will be below, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.